What's up, everybody? Jesse Burdick here for powerwad.com. I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the concepts that we like to use and something that we're going to be putting on the website, but also just put up on YouTube so everyone can kind of think about it. Growing up in kind of a conjugate programming type of system, very, very familiar with some of the speed squats. With the rise of both kind of the CrossFit and raw divisions in powerlifting, what we're kind of seeing is a bunch of kind of cross-pollination in some methodologies. One of the biggest methodologies in raw powerlifting, from very old school, we're talking Ed Cohen and the like, is pause squats. So what we did here at CSA Gym and PowerWad is we kind of combined both of them. And what I'm going to have Mike show you here is a pause squat overcome by a speed squat. So we're looking at 2 reps. We're going to use kind of a similar conjugate style of percentages, and we're going to take anywhere from 50 to 70%. And we're going to be doing 2 reps, 1 pause and then 1 speed. So we'll go and have Mike do a couple of sets here. Go ahead.
Here we have some live action of Mike squatting. He's going to go ahead and pause, and then he's going to go right in, finish the rep, and right into a speed squat. You can tell that he's kind of keeping his posture up nice and tight and tall, keeping everything in line with what we want to do. So what we have here is another variation that we like to do, especially in some assistance exercises, where you're going to pause on the bottom, pause about halfway up, and then finish with go into another speed squat. That's more for accessory type of stuff, like an after the fact thing. Here we have an actual pause and speed squat workout with Mike and Mark. You can tell Mark holds his pause for a little bit longer than Mike does, but that's just because Mark really needs to kind of get used to the bottom. He's kind of slippery at the bottom when it comes to that. Mike is a little bit more controlled in his in the bottom of his squat, so it's something that we're working on with Mark. And he's going to descend right into a speed squat and kind of finish up nice and hard, and that's what we want.
So what we're looking for, again, as we saw with Mike, is kind of keys to performance here is making sure there's a solid pause at the bottom. A lot of time we'll see some people doing pause squats and all they do is they go down and then they come back up. So we're looking for a solid pause, anywhere from a 3 to a 5 second pause. If you're counting in your own head, if someone's counting for you, they're going to make sure that you keep you honest, so it can be a little bit less for that situation. Again, it's infinitely scalable, so you can kind of go from anywhere from 1 to 5 reps and pause any 1 to 5 of those if you would like. But what we're really trying to make sure is that there's a good pause in the bottom of that squat. Make sure you're holding a good position, knees are out, chest's up, everything stays static. We don't want you to go back down, bounce, and come back up. And again, make sure that you go ahead and you take advantage of that pause. If you're having trouble in the bottom of a squat, hold in the bottom. If the transition between is somewhere in the middle or somewhere a little bit higher, make sure you go all the way back down and then come up and go ahead and pause. Some people will stop and then finish the squat and come up. That's okay, but what we like to see is you to descend, come back up, find your sticking point, finish, and then right back down into a speed squat. You'll also see some people who will squat, hold, come back up, hold their breath, and then go back down. What we're looking for here is for 2 reps that are just continuous. So you're gonna go ahead and pause, finish, right back into a speed squat, and then kind of finish and go from there.